Imagine a bridge so colossal it stretches farther than a marathon, over 34 miles, connecting Hong Kong, Zhuhai, and Macau. But here's the wild part. This isn't just the world's longest sea crossing. It's a mega project that almost didn't happen. What if I told you this record-breaking Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau bridge faced political showdowns, billion-dollar overruns, and typhoons so fierce they could topple skyscrapers? How did engineers overcome the impossible, constructing underwater tunnels, artificial islands, and typhoon-proof towers in the heart of the Pearl River Delta? And the real question, was it worth the cost? Or is it a symbol of ambition gone too far? Let's rewind. For decades, the Pearl River Delta was a tangled mess of waterways, ferries, and traffic jams. Traveling from Hong Kong to Macau or Zhuhai meant hours on the road or slow, crowded ferries. But China had a vision: transform the Greater Bay Area into a global economic powerhouse, a region to rival Tokyo Bay or San Francisco. The solution? A direct road connection, one that would cut travel times from 3 hours to just 30 minutes and unlock billions in trade and tourism. This was more than just a shortcut. It was a statement. China could build what no one else dared. Construction kicked off in 2009 with a budget higher than the GDP of some small countries. The stakes were sky high, and the world was watching. Now, let's talk about the wild obstacles. The sea here is brutal. Typhoons, shifting sands, and some of the busiest shipping lanes on Earth. Engineers had to design a bridge that could survive winds over 200 kilometers per hour and earthquakes, all while letting giant cargo ships pass underneath. The answer? A 6.7 kilometer underwater tunnel, the longest in the world for road traffic, linking two artificial islands built from scratch. To anchor the bridge, they drove piles over 100 meters into the seabed. That's like stacking the Statue of Liberty on top of itself 3 times. The bridge's artificial islands are massive, each big enough to hold nearly 100 football fields. And get this, the bridge's total steel weight is equal to 60 Eiffel Towers. To keep traffic moving, the bridge uses smart sensors that monitor every bolt, cable, and joint in real time, catching problems before they become disasters. If you could engineer any impossible structure, what would it be? Drop your wildest ideas in the comments. But this story isn't just about concrete and steel. It's about people. Over 30,000 workers from all over China spent nearly a decade building this bridge, often working in dangerous conditions, far from their families. Some lived on floating dormitories, battling storms in 12-hour shifts. Imagine living at sea for months, just to build something this massive. For many, this project was a life changer, offering steady pay, new skills, and the pride of building something the world would never forget. But there was tension too. Environmentalists worried about marine life. Some local communities feared the bridge would bring too much change too fast. On opening day, crowds cheered, but others wondered, would the benefits outweigh the costs? Would you take a job building a project like this, knowing the risks and rewards? Type yes or no in the comments. I'm curious. Here's something wild. The amount of concrete used in the bridge could fill over 3,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. And the steel cables? If you lined them up, they'd stretch from Hong Kong to New York City and back. Twice! Even the lighting system is a marvel. using enough wiring to circle the entire island of Manhattan. Let's fast forward through the chaos. 2010, the first artificial island rises from the sea. 2012, work halts after a powerful typhoon destroys months of progress. 2014, the underwater tunnel is finally sealed, an engineering first. But then, disaster. Costs explode past $20 billion, and political arguments between Hong Kong, Macau, and mainland China nearly shut the project down. Safety concerns made headlines, with some critics calling the bridge a white elephant. Yet every time the project seemed doomed, crews rallied. By 2018, the final segment was locked in place, and the world watched as the bridge opened, an icon of ambition, resilience, and teamwork. But the impact didn't stop at China's borders. The success of the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge inspired engineers and city planners worldwide. Similar sea-crossing mega projects are now being considered in places like Indonesia, the Middle East, and even Europe. Some experts say this bridge could kick off a new era of super connections, where cities separated by oceans or vast rivers are finally linked, reshaping economies and daily life. If you could connect any two cities in the world with a bridge like this, which would you pick? Let's get creative. Drop your dream connection in the comments. So, what changed? Travel times plummeted. What once took 3 hours now just takes 30 minutes. Tourism surged, with millions of new visitors exploring Hong Kong, Zhuhai, and Macau. Businesses boomed along the new route. Hotels, restaurants, logistics hubs. But there's another side. Marine life took a hit, with pink dolphins spotted less often near the bridge. Some critics say the mega project's cost could have funded dozens of schools or hospitals. Still, the bridge became a symbol of China's infrastructure power, inspiring new projects across Asia and beyond. Here's the bottom line. The Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge isn't just a feat of engineering. It's a bold bet on the future. It connects millions of people, powers economies, and proves that even the wildest dreams can become reality with enough grit and vision. But every mega project comes with trade-offs, environmental risks, financial gambles, and questions that don't have easy answers. So, what do you think? Was it worth it? Would you cross the world's longest sea bridge? Or would you build something even more ambitious? Let's talk in the comments. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. For more stories of impossible builds, engineering marvels, and jaw-dropping mega projects, stick around. Next episode, we're pushing the limits even further.